Welcome everybody to this new deck list. Yesterday I played Gold Pride Kaijus just for fun because it's pretty funny. It's going second-ish deck. Well, it's going second deck hard because of the Kaijus. So I went 2 and 2 yesterday. I made a lot of misplays and the deck isn't that great. I will show you this 49 deck pile of shit. But my matchups were game 1 I won against Cyber Dark, the big 5000 unaffected guy, and the Kaijus are amazing, but I didn't see them. I just only draw bricks, but I did manage to get a win. Then I went up against... What did I lose to game 2? I lost game 2 against Sprite Live Twin. There were some questionable plays. I played as well as I could. Game 1 there was a misunderstanding, but next time I think I know how to play against the person and I will definitely, hopefully get a win. Game 3 I won 2-1. Also against Sprite Live Twin. I won that very good. I played very well. I drew decent. And I just played it very well with my hand. I only made one misplay, but it is what it is, right? Then game 3 I lost against Brandon 2-0. I got just 2-0'd, okay, yeah, it is what it is. I could have won game 2, but I was locked into the gold plate because of my own mistakes. So I couldn't go into access code, sadly. I should have just special summoned Leon, no effect, and then go for access codes and game. But I was like, damn it. So let's get into the deck profile. First up, the main deck. We have 3 Gold Pride Nitro head. I just want to get a lot of the most Gold Pride cards as possible. I really love this card. I really love the Gold Pride cards. I think they're amazing. With the Kaijus, they're also amazing. Every Gold Pride card can special summon themselves as an effect. If your life points are lower, that's why I have some life points lower cards in the deck. Yes, 3 of Gold Pride Nitro heads. Makes a token, destroys a token. It's a pretty good interruption. Next up we have 3 Gold Pride Leon. It's just a Gold Pride. I want the maximum number of Gold Pride cards. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can special summon one of your Gold Pride cards from your graveyard in defense position, but you can only go into extra deck monsters that are Gold Pride cards. So that is the sad reality of this deck, this card. This made me lose because I forgot about it. Oh, and it can also synchro summon in your opponent's main phase. Just keep that in mind. Then we have 3 Gold Pride Carrier, Captain Carrie. This can, of course, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add the trap card to your hand. I only play 1 trap card, and for some reason I drew it like 3 times. It's sad to see, but it is what it is. Then when you synchro summon, right? Now if this card is sent to the graveyard, or just when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Gold Pride monster you control that will special summon from the extra deck and then banish up to the 3 Gold Pride cards. And then based up to the number of cards that card you target gains 500 attack for each card banished. So it's just something. It's just more for the trap card search, and it's a name that you can bring back with Leo. Then we have the Kaijus. I played 2 Gamma Seal Kaijus. This is just the lowest Kaiju there is. Because I play the counter cards, you can also just remove the counters to negate a monster effect and banish that monster. And it's just a Kaiju. Special summon on them with their field and you're Gucci. Next Kaiju, we play the 2 Humunculus. I never had this card until the structure deck of the Trap Tricks. Of course, it's just the other lowest Kaiju. But also when your opponent summons a monster, you can remove 2 counters from anywhere. Kaiju counters. Is it Kaiju counters or just counters? Yeah, Kaiju counters, specifically those. And then that monster's effects are negated, and he cannot attack. So it's still something extra for interruption. So when there are enough counters on the field, you have to keep in mind that your opponent also can activate those effects. But I have something planned. Because this kaiju, for instance, the Radiant Kaiju, can only activate in your own turn. This card, it can remove 2 counters from the field, and then summon a 2800 attack beater with 0 defense. So it's just summon another body for maybe OTK. There are some OTK potentials when you draw really well with the gold pad cards, but yeah, this is stronger. Next up we have the 2 Gadarla Kaijus. This Kaiju actually saves me a game because of the effect that it attacks it halves the attack and the defense for only removing 2 Kaiju counters. This is also a quick effect, so keep that in mind. This card is not as amazing as to give to your opponent if you have enough counters on the field. Next up is the 3300 Kaiju. Most of the time you want to give your opponent this Kaiju or the other 3300 Kaiju, because this is in quick effect to get his effect. His effect says remove 3 Kaiju counters from anywhere on the field. Oh, this is the quick effect, sorry. The other one isn't. When a card or effect is activated, it targets 1 card on the field. Quick effect, you can remove 3 Kaiju counters from anywhere on the field, negated effect, and if you do, destroy 1 card on the field. So this one is not the one you want to give your opponent if you have 3 Kaiju counters. But if you have 2 Kaiju counters, it's fine. And then the last one, this one is not the quick effect. You also have 1 Kaiju of 3000 attack I want to throw in this deck. I just forgot about it, sadly. But this card can also remove 3 Kaiju counters, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. But this card, when you remove 3 counters, your opponent cannot activate any effects anymore, no card effects, for the rest of this turn, and this card can make up to 3 attacks, so it's a very big boss monster to be scary of. So those are all the Kaijus. So let's get into the Kaiju, the perfect card that goes into the deck with every good Kaiju, and it's Alpha the Master of Peace. I love the Kaiju combo, because it's just give your opponent the Kaiju, special summon Alpha effect, bounce back, and just we're gonna do it again. I love Alpha in this deck. Every time I saw Alpha I was so very happy. This is a definite 3-off just within the deck. Okay, it's a very strong card. Then the handship lineup, I play 3 Ash Blossoms. We have a lot of branded. Ash Blossom is just a solid card. Nothing to write home about. It's an amazing card. And next up I play only 2 NIBIRU. Everybody plays around NIBIRU, so I think I have to even throw it into the side deck maybe. And why I play 2 instead of 3 is I don't want to see it that much, right? Everybody is playing around it, so you have to be lucky if they don't play around it, and you don't really need NIBIRU. The coolest thing with NIBIRU is that you can make the token, and if you have Alpha on the hand, you can probably special summon the token of the Alpha, and then bounce the token back, bounce the Alpha back, so you don't have to deal with the token, and then you can go further with your turn. That's a cool interaction, but it's very hard to play with NIBIRU. Then that was it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. I play 3 Cosmic Cyclones because of the fact that you want your life points lower than your opponent, so most of the time you're at 8000. And then you are not at 8000, so you can activate your gold bad cards. And it's just basic removal, it's amazing. It's very good. Next up is 3 Extra Foolish Burial. This is a pretty hard card, but it halves your life points, and then you can send Entis or any other action deck monster to the graveyard. It's just, I only have it here for the life points, to lower my life points, and maybe pop a card on the field if you don't negate it. It's something, but keep in mind you cannot set any spells or trap cards. You don't have any, except for that gold pride card, but that is the only restriction you have to keep in mind. That you can't even set any cards and then activate this card, so keep that in mind. Next up is Gold Pride, the Crowd Goes Wild. This card is a very good starter, but I haven't seen it in the 4 games I played yesterday. It's so sad to see, but it is what it is. This card is amazing. You can reveal 1 Gold Pride card from your hand. So just say the NITRO head. Then you can add to your hand 1 Gold Pride card with a different name than the revealed one. And then when it's added, you can special summon it. A gold pride card monster from your hand and lose life points equal to that monster's attack. So that's amazing to get your life points lower, so you can lower it a bunch if you needed to with NITRO head or just one of the other cards you have. This card is an amazing starter if you have at least a name on in your hand. Next up we play 3 Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers. It's an amazing card. I love this card. This card is like so crazy. Yes, it's definitely 3 off. You have enough Kaijus to play around it. It makes your Alpha Life, it destroys their whole board. This card got ashed 2 times. Yeah, just I give it a thumbs up. Amazing card. Destroy your whole board, summon 2 Kaijus. Even the banish effect came up a lot of the time, so banish, get a Kaiju, use the Kaiju, it's crazy. Then we play 3 KYOUTOU Waterfront. This card is so funny. This card says, whenever a card is removed from the field, this gains a counter of a maximum of 5 counters. Then, if this card has 3 counters, you can search a Kaiju. Once per turn, you can just search a Kaiju. That's it. That is how the card works. There's nothing more, but it has a funny interaction because the counter gain is a lingering effect. So say for instance I have Cosmic Cyclone. I have this, so I play this card and then I play Cosmic Cyclone on their back row. The back row removes the field is 1 counter, and then this card got removed the field, and then so it's 2 counters because their card removes first, then my Cosmic Cyclone. But if you have a card like Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and they have like 3 monsters on the field, it's first destroy those monsters, that's 1 counter, remove Interrupted Kaiju Slumber on the field, that's 2 counters, so you can easily get some extra counters. I will definitely put this card up to 1 or maybe 2. But I saw one game, I saw all 3 of them. I don't know how in a 49 card deck of 90 pile of shit, but it is what it is. So I think maining 2 is better, but it's a funny card. It's a good card also for this type of build. Next up we have 2 one-offs. The one is the Rota. Just search your Leon. It's just a free searcher for Leon, so you have actually 4 Leons in the deck. It's a good card. Then the last spell card is the Interrupted Kaiju Files. This card is not that amazing because I have a lot of non-Kaiju cards, but it's a continuous spell card that says whenever Kaiju is summoned from the graveyard or your hand, this gains a counter with a maximum of 3 counters? Maximum of 5 counters. And when this card has 3 counters, you can tribute this card and then search for any Kaiju card. So it's a spell trap card, so it's not that great. I really want to make this work, but it's so hard to make this card work. I think I have to cut it. Then we go into the traps. We play 1 Kaiju Capture mission. It's a funny card. You can flip this card. Then you can flip 1 Kaiju to face down defense position, and this gains a counter. Whenever the counters they don't have an effect on this card, but you can remove them with your Kaijus. That is the reason for this effect. So it's very hard to play with this card, but I never seen it. But the last effect is the most amazing effect. When this card is destroyed, you just draw 2 cards. That's pretty funny, but I want to make this card work a bit better, but never seen it. I did side it even out every time I could side it out. Next up is the Gold Pride Start Your Engines. This is I play one of, and I saw it 3 times in my opening hand, sadly. But this card is interesting. When your opponent summons a monster, target the monster, reveal 3 Gold Pride cards, and then add 1 or special summon the one, and then destroy the monster. So it's just a special summon, and you destroy their monster. So it is something. So whenever they go into standby phase, say for instance the branded player, standby phase, activate branded opening, summon Allure effect, chain this, summon NITRO Head, and then you can still activate the NITRO Head's effect to special summon a token to their side of the field. So it is something if they use that kind of lineup. But otherwise it's really hard. And then we play, you're going second deck, so 3 evenly matched. This card is amazing, this card is very strong, this card is everything you want it to be. People don't like this card, and I have it in the main, so yeah, this is definitely 3 of any non-OTK going second. Then, next up, we go to the extra deck. The extra deck, I've not used any. I didn't summon any cards from the extra deck for the first 3 games, but I did use it finally for the last game. But first up, we have 2 Gold Pride Star Leon. This card is okay. It's when your life points are low, when you can target a monster from the field. This card gains attack equal to the attack of that monster, and then when your life points are lower, pop the card. Whenever this card uses previous effect, so the effect that I just told you about, in the end phase this card returns to the extra deck, and then special summon 1 Gold Pride Leon from your deck or graveyard. It's something, it's not that special. You can actually just play one of this card, because it also, every time it recycles, and why would Kashtira go after this card for any other card? They shouldn't, okay? Next up is the other Gold Pride extra deck monster. It's the Gold Pride NYTRO Blaster. This card is pretty cool. It takes 2 Gold Pride monsters with different names, so it has to be what is it called? Your NITRO Head. And then you can target 1 monster on the field, destroy it. Then, if your life points are lower, destroy all the cards around it, of all the cards around it. So in the extra monster zones, in the spell and trap card zones, and even in the field spell zones, if it was there, the destroyed card. So that's very cool, and that's very interesting. And then, of course, when you use this previous effect, it goes back and you summon back NITRO Head. The only special summon I want to see back, the NITRO Head, because that card is like actually crazy. It's cool interruption. I really like that card. Then we go in to our Xyz lineup, and it's only Zeus, because I play a Change of Heart in the side deck, and most of the time, if Kashtira sees this, they go like nope, and they banish it. That's the only reason. Then we have the only synchro card left. You can make it with the 3 and a 7 Kaiju. But that's the only reason you can really make this card. It just never comes up, but if it comes up, it's crazy, or it can be crazy. This extra deck is very bad, but I also can't really special summon in this deck. You don't really use your extra. Then next up we have the Link lineup. This 1 Nightmare Phoenix. This card is it's a good crazy card. What do you want me to tell? Use it, play it. I summoned it, destroy the back row, or at least force them. It's a good card. Same for Nightmare Unicorn. It's a good card. It's a great card. Bounce something back. You can get rid of Mirror Date easily. Good card. Access code, like I said, I could have made it in the last game if I didn't misplay and took at least 1 game against a branded player. But it is what it is. It's still a strong card. I give it a thumb up for. Then for the fusion lineup, and you think fusion lineup? Well, yes, of course, we play 2 LED Antis. Antis is a great card. It's not a great card, but you just send it and then you can pop a card. So you have half your life points and you can pop a card for free. That's pretty cool. And those life points, you want your life points low. So this is a very cool card. And it actually can be special summoned. Keep in mind, it can be special summoned with super polymerization, because in the side deck we have also one the Dragon of the Swamp for super polymerization in the side deck. And yes, super poly came up and it gave me so hard to win in one of the games. So I give it a thumbs up. So one Dragon of the Swamp. Of course, we play the one Garura. I never seen Garura actually. I only saw the Mud-Dragon and Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. But it's just another, it's a draw card. You can also send it to draw a card if you needed to. It's something, okay? And then the other card I only saw is the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It only takes 2 dark monsters, so and yes, that was it. It's just a cool card. The effect doesn't really matter because you don't have any counters on the field. Starving Venom counters. And the last card in the fusion deck is the Predator Plant. Never seen it. Maybe could have used it against the Bandit player, but I didn't see my super police for that game. So let's get into the side deck. I play 1 extra NIBIRU in the side deck because NIBIRU is king. And I just got them golden, so why don't there's nothing more. We play for the Traptrix players 3 Denko Sekka. It's a cool strong card. You don't need your normal summon. You mostly never normal summon, so you can actually play Imano Awato in this deck. You can also play some barrier statues in this deck if you want to, but you probably cook yourself too because all your cards are different attributes and types, so keep that in mind. Next up is 3 super polymerizations for the extra spells. This card is crazy. It's still strong in the meta. Yes, I approve. I think, oh my god, I just know what deck I'm going to play next time. Oh my god, this Sunday my deck is gonna be crazy. Oh my god, oh my god, I'm so happy. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster for the back row. I was opting to put this into the main deck just as an extra card, as a 50th card, because it's just a strong card, but luckily I didn't, because yesterday I didn't see any much back row people that ended on a lot of back row, and most of the time I had evenly matched if they had it. 3 Lightning Storms, never sided it in, never needed it to side in because you have a lot of evenlies, you have a lot of tokens, so that's a decent card. Yep, there's nothing more to this card. It's just good against back row decks, and it's good against other phase of attack position monsters. Mind control, it has to be a Harpy's change of heart, but I just really like the cold bear version of this. It looks amazing, and I really wanted to play it. Never seen it, never sided it in. I could have sided it in, but I opted not to. Change of heart is way better because you can still attack with the monster and then make the Zeus. Last up we have 3 there can be only 1. This is a floodgate, I know, but because this deck just synergizes so well with it, because every card is a different attribute. You have a pyro, you have a warrior, you have the kaijus, you have a fiend, you have an insect, you have more fiends, a machine, a light, a thunder, you have more, water, aqua. It's even the extra deck monsters of this one is a thunder. This one is a pyro though, so keep that in mind. So you can't summon that one, but it's crazy. There can be only 1 is a floodgate. It's a good floodgate, and yep, we keep it at that. So this was the deck list for the Kaiju Deckprofile. I went again 2-2 at my locals. I had an amazing time playing this deck. It was so much fun summoning kaijus on people's faces everywhere. Summon, you get a kaiju and you get a kaiju. It was amazing. So thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.